Well, it's Thursday, Advanced Anatomy and Physiology crew, and I just wanted to touch base with you a little bit. Thank you for those of you who responded to my emails. I'll email you every week individually. Really appreciate a response on those things. I know some of you I communicate much more than that, but it's really good at least to touch base one time per week. All right, here we go. Hopefully the newness of the semester is kind of wearing off a little bit, not in a bad way, but just now you know where to find things, now you know the rhythm of the semester. And at least for this class, I'm trying to make it ultra clear about responsibilities and expectations each week. The checklist really is your primary tool for this, and I'll lay everything out, and if you need clarification, you can always send me a note. Also, these emails are also important for delivering content and finding out about a few things, and also just staying on top of what's expected. This week, kind of straightforward. You have a detailed video on the cell cycle, mitosis and meiosis to learn, and then a video on ploidy. That's the lecture content. Spend some time going through those. You'll need to stop and start to take notes quite frequently, write yourself test questions, draw diagrams if you have to. There's a lot of stuff in there, but none of it is massively impossible. And it really just is about hours per day in order to understand this material to the level that you'll need. For lab this week, we are working in Connect, so you'll need to be on the McGraw-Hill page. We've had a week and a half to do that now. You automatically gain access to the ebook for this course. We've set it up this way. It's the cheapest possible. You'll be billed about $100 or so, I think, in a month. That's the cheapest way to deal with this course. And this week in lab, we'll start out with a kind of a discussion on DNA. We'll talk about how it's built. We'll talk about what it does. And there are 2 videos to watch. And also in Connect, there is a simulation on heredity. You have to do this. When you do the simulation, take notes on all of the terms, because those terms will be fair game for any assessment. And then I would highly recommend you go through the simulation at least 2 or 3 times, just so you're comfortable with this stuff. In order to get credit for your lab quiz, you need to have completed the simulation, and I can see that on my end. So for lecture this week, we've got a cell cycle, mitosis, meiosis video, a video on chromosome number, that's the lecture component, and for lab, you've got 2 videos to watch on DNA, and then a simulation to complete. All of that is in preparation for 2 quizzes this upcoming weekend. From Sunday morning at 9 to Monday morning at 9, you'll have 2 quizzes, 10 questions on the lecture, 10 questions on the lab. And we'll kind of get into this routine of just doing this. There'll be weekly content for lecture and lab, and then there will be weekly assessments. If you need me, you know where to find me. Thank you. I hope you have a safe Thursday, folks. Stay out of trouble, and I'll talk to you all soon.